What's up, Saggies? Welcome to Morning Air Tarot. This is going to be your February 2018 love reading. And so I've broken up the cards based on what you're coming into February 2018 with, your past, present, future, and kind of heading out of February 2018, what your energy will look like for that. So to get it started, we've got the Devil in reverse, which means you're kind of breaking loose of something. This bondage that you may have felt with a partner could have been dealing with a Capricorn, but this also can indicate somebody who may have been experiencing a substance abuse issue, and you've kind of allowed yourself to loosen the burden of that. You don't feel so responsible for it anymore. Maybe you're changing your life. This is like the straw that broke the camel's back. You're just not going for the restraint and the bondage anymore that this card in the upright really holds for relationships. So in our past, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So heavy earth sign energy. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We've got the Two of Pentacles starting out in the past and in the upright. And this is kind of saying that something is very imbalanced, that perhaps one or both of you weren't putting in the work that was necessary for this relationship to excel and grow. Perhaps you were dealing with somebody who is very stubborn and not willing to kind of negotiate past their own thought process. Behind that, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reversed as well. So this is somebody who it's kind of like their way or the highway. You or them, you're responsible in a relationship for your input, not the outcome. So if you're putting your all into something and perhaps you were dealing with somebody who wasn't doing that, because this tells the very similar story, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, that somebody wasn't willing to, they were kind of stuck. They weren't willing to make this change that they needed to make in order to be they weren't willing to sacrifice their own needs for the sake of the relationship. Now, another way that we can look at this to just kind of open it up to everyone. Again, this is a general reading, so it might not apply to everybody, but please take the messages that you feel so fit for yourself. This could be hardships in finances, even though this is a love reading. Could be with your partner that things just got incredibly hard and you're in a place right now where somebody might be out of a job, and this is creating a lot of stress and issues in your relationship because perhaps you feel like you're carrying the burden. But again, coming into February 2018, you're kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. You're going to get up and you're going to get yourself a job and you're going to help support this relationship. Could also be dealing with somebody who you met and have a connection with at work. Perhaps this is something that one person is putting in more effort, energy, and time into, and the other person is kind of just fly by night and they're deciding when and how they want to talk to you, but it's really their way, which is not very suiting for the relationship. Sometimes I make coffee and it tastes like it's tar. But what can I say? Not the most talented person at making coffee. So then in our present situation, we've got the Five of Pentacles in the upright, the Hermit in the upright, and the Ten of Swords in the upright. Okay. So again, earth energy. So with this Five of Pentacles, we're kind of looking at someone being left out in the cold or somebody making a decision to kind of split their create distance between them and somebody else. And it could be because of this past influence of things just kind of not really going in the favor of you or somebody else. Then we've got the Hermit. So somebody could be dealing with a Virgo. This is going inside and using reflection to figure out what it is that you need and how you're going to grow from it. Kind of finding that inner balance that in the past it looks like there was just a lot of instability, a lot of uncertainty. And if this is a situation where somebody is giving more than somebody else is putting into it, you're kind of like, is this what I want? Do I want to be doing the chase game? Do I want to be spending my time, waiting around for somebody who is not putting in that effort and that energy. Could also be a way if it was dealing with somebody who your partner is suffering, or you're suffering from a financial loss of some sort. Could be kind of manifesting ideas on what you're going to be able to do, how you're going to make a plan with them. And then you've got the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is like the final hoorah of this devastation for you. Okay? It's like I said, it's the straw that broke the camel's back in a way, and it's kind of, this is a fuel that's igniting you to make this change in your life, because you're coming into February 2018 knowingly that you want to make this change. And this Ten of Swords is kind of the last like knife in the back to be like, you gonna do it yet? Are you gonna do it? Like, let's get cracking, And then the future Sagittarius looks so fantastic and so beautiful, because then we're coming in with the Ten of Cups in the upright. You could have a water sign that's coming in. Perhaps your relationship in the past ended because there was not enough give and take. Perhaps you found you problem solved and you found the happy medium to what you both need to do to be stable. But ultimately, this is what Sagittarius wants, is this Ten of Cups in the upright position. Harmony, alignment, a beautiful marriage. But then you've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So it's still saying, if it is with this same person, y'all may be in this period where you're back to lovey-dovey, but you maybe haven't really got down to brass tacks about what you need to do for the future, what it is that you both want, how you both need to work with each other. And then it's almost like you're both envisioning this so heavily and trying to really manifest a way to instill this Ten of Cups in the upright, that this is coming in really fast. That you're using that Sagittarius energy and quick wit about you, that you're planning and you're ready to move forward. You're ready to stop giving energy and you're a very emotional and deep and complex sign, but you're also very logical, and you're also a thinker. So for you, you're kind of like tired of this back and forth between your head and your heart about what it is that you desire or you want. And sometimes the thoughts that we have aren't actuality the truth. We conjure up these thoughts because sometimes our brains are more powerful than we are. They definitely are more powerful than we are. And they have the capacity to make us see things differently. But it's almost like once you guys get on this page about saying, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, regardless of whether it has to do with work, a new relationship with somebody that's taken off in your career sector, or this is somebody, again, a financial situation, this is a marriage of some sort, but you both are kind of getting down, because it seems to me like you've been through the worst of the worst with this person. You've experienced the hardships and, being in this left out in the cold type of, I don't know if this was you or them, but this was the way that you needed to get that space in order to have that clarity in your mind for this Ten of Swords to happen, to project you into the Ten of Cups in the upright. But still sending you this reminder like, hey, even though everything is getting really beautiful for you at the end of this month, don't forget you still need to, or they still need to, put in the work. It's not a one-man show. And leaving February, you have all of your answers right here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, and then this popped out with it, which was the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. So we're looking at, blessings and possibilities and new beginnings and nurturing. You've got every different sign in here. I'm not too big on saying what particular sign it is, but if I had to say, it could be strongly an earth sign, because your whole reading is basically pentacles. But this is that tradition. This is that home life that's really stable and happy and content, and everybody is on the same page with each other. So this is the goal. This is the goal. If you're single and you're looking for somebody, you know, this is what you've had relationships in the past where it's been a one-way street, and you've had to really, really cut people out and look at the situation for what it is and say, you know, this is not helping me. This is hurting me, because the end goal is for me to have this, 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 and this. And if those needs aren't being met, you know, that's kind of an issue. So I was wanting to clarify, and I didn't mention, sorry, the devil in the reverse. And what I clarified that is the moon card. So there's a lot of kind of moon card in the upright, a lot of secrecy or a lot of like intuition that you have right now about this situation. Or, you know, maybe you're not telling your partner, or you're not kind of openly being like, yeah, I'm breaking free, or I'm making the change that I need to make in order for myself to be happy. You're kind of just going with it. You're doing it for you. And, you know, I see this as a really beautiful, beautiful reading. So I just want to clarify. I hate when that happens. Sorry, y'all. And I'm probably the worst shuffler you'll ever see, so that's part of the reason why, because I wait for the cards to fall out before the reading, and it takes me a year and a day most of the time to shuffle cards. So anyone who knows me is like, damn girl, like you really gotta, okay, this one wants to come out. Okay. So yeah, I'm clarifying this for the past. This is the Chariot in reverse. Could have been dealing with the Cancer, but this is a stagnant, stalemate type of energy. So, you know, you've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. You've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, all with the Chariot in reverse. So it's like no one's doing anything. You're all just kind of like, okay, well, no one's trying. I'm not going to try. If they're not going to try, I'm not going to try. You know, they're like, if she's not going to try or he's not going to try, I'm not going to try. So it's kind of like y'all are just in this stagnant energy in the past that no one could really break free and move forward until, you know, somebody got cut out in the cold. This Five of Pentacles, let's see a little bit more about this Five of Pentacles, until somebody made the decision like, hey, okay, yeah, you've got the Ten of Rods in the reverse. If somebody released their burdens, or they're could be dealing with another fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, but somebody was like, I can't do this anymore. And kind of, I don't know if it was an ultimatum, but it was kind of a decision like, hey, you need to get your shit in check, and, you know, we need to be clear about a couple of things here if our relationship is going to exist. And that's when the Hermit and the Ten of Swords started to all kind of blend in with one another, because somebody went inside and realized, this is what I want. This is truly what I want. So we'll do one more clarifier here for the future, for the Ten of Cups in the upright, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Rods in the upright. Okay, the Fool card in the upright. So this is beautiful. This is truly beautiful. You're looking at this very optimistically, and you're ready to take what negotiation or what kind of conversations transpired to get you guys on the same page. You're taking that, and you're taking it seriously in the sense that you're ready for this clean and fresh slate. And that's really, really beautiful. I think this reading overall is fantastic, and I'm really excited for you because you're coming in, you know, into February with this strong decisiveness about you, and you're leaving with this beautiful outcome of peace, love, harmony, and happiness. So I wish you guys all the best, and I hope that this reading applied to somebody out there, and I hope that it helps you. But yeah, if it didn't resonate, please do check your moon and rising signs, and you can always tune in anytime. Whenever the reading feels right for you, it will be. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great month. Thanks.